This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, question 1 wants us to draw some graphs, yeah, and label the actual two important things, okay?
Okay.
So the first one's gonna be y equals x squared. Well, this one is simply a parabola that opens upwards.
Yeah.
Like that. And this point right here is the origin, 0, 0. And what else do we need to do? And we can give them some other point. This point is gonna be 2, 4. When x is 2, y is 4. Easy, that's it. And then the other function is y equals to square root of x, which looks like this. Starts at the origin, starts at 0, 0, and then goes like that to the right. A point could be 4, 2, and 0, 0.
Okay.
The third one is y equals 1 over x. It looks like this. 1 here, 1 here.
Yeah.
Point is going to be 1 and 1, and -1, -1. The last one, y equals to the absolute value of x, looks like a v at the origin.
Okay.
The central point is 0, 0 at the origin here, and another point could be 1, 1. And that's it. For question 1.
That's it.
I believe
Really?
so, yeah.
Okay.
You got this?
Yeah.
Can move on to question 2.
Yeah.
Okay, 2. Every function will be in this form, yeah? G of x equals a f k x minus d plus c. We need to identify these four, what I like to call magic letters, which is going to be different. A, K, D, C, okay?
Okay.
If you look at A, it says a reflection on the x-axis. So whenever you get a reflection on the x-axis, the A value is going to be negative.
Okay.
And vertical stretch is the value of A. It's 4. So vertical stretch by a factor of 4 means A is 4, but the fact that there's a reflection means A is -4. Okay. K, horizontal stretch by a factor of 2. Now K is a little bit weird. If it's a stretch, it's gonna flip upside down.
Okay.
Horizontal translation to the right 1 unit, that means D is 1. And then vertical translation down 3 units means C is -3.
Okay.
So therefore for the A, the final answer is going to be G of x equals -4, F, and then we just fill in the numbers. K is 1 over 2, x minus 1 minus 3, and there you go. That's the answer to A.
Okay, I got it.
For B, again, it's the same idea. We need to identify A, K, D, C. So what does it say? Reflection in the y-axis. Now that means K is going to be negative. Vertical compression by a factor of 1/2. That means A is vertical, 1 over 2. Horizontal translation to the left 1 unit means D is going to be left means -1. Vertical translation up is positive, C is 7, like that. So K is negative, but there's no stretches or compressions in the horizontal direction. K is going to be -1, and then we're just going to jumble them in like we did last time. So it's going to be 1 over 2 is A, F, K is -1, and then we have x plus 1 because it's going left 1 unit, and plus 7, and there you go, that's B. 1 and done, easy.
Okay.
Let's move on to question 3. So I'm going to do 3i first, which says g of x is -2, x minus 6 plus 1. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay, it says write the mapping rule. To write the mapping rule, we need the AKDC. So for this question,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't write it correctly. The -2, so negative is outside, 2x is inside. Okay, there we go. So for this, what you need to do is you need to first pull out the k value, because if you look at the equation that we're given on the top, k always comes before a bracket. So we need to write it like this. And that means our A value is -1. That means our K value is 2. This is K. This is A.
Okay.
This is going to be our D. D value is 3. C value is 1. Okay? AKDC. Now the point mapping rule is this. Any point xy on the parent function, in this case the square root function, is going to be equals to, there's a formula for this, you need to remember this, x over k plus d, comma ay plus c.
Okay.
So in this case, we just got to plug the numbers in. X and y from the parent function is going to be x over k, so x over 2 plus 3, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then comma ay, -1y or -y plus 1. And there you go. That's the answer to A, the point mapping rule.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah. When okay, yeah, I got it.
That's the answer to A. To answer part B, we need to make two different tables. So this is B. We're going to make a table of xy for the parent function, and we're going to make a table of xy for g of x, okay? G of x, xy. But g of x has the point mapping rule x over 2 plus 3. Instead of just being xy, it's going to be this point mapping rule. -y plus 1, like that. Now look at this function. Y equals to square root of x. If x is 0, what's the y value?
1.
0.
Oh, 0, yeah.
If x is 1, what's the y value?
1.
If x is 4, what's the y value?
4.
2.
Oh,
If x is
'cause
4,
it's a
y is going to
square
be
root.
square root of 4. If x is 9, what's the y value?
3.
3. It wanted a 2 at least. We're going to give them 4. Okay?
Okay.
We could give them one more, but 16. The next one will be 16. It's going to be off the paper, whatever. I'm not going to bother with that. And now what you need to do is, once you have this table, you need to plug this x value in there as x. Going to plug that y value in there as y. Okay?
Okay.
So for the first one, 0 over 2 is a 0 plus 3 is going to become a 3.
Okay.
Actually, it says show all calculations. So 0 over 2 plus 3 equals 3. -0 plus 1 equals 1 for the first one.
Okay.
For the second one, again, you see that x, replace that with 1. It's going to be 1 over 2 plus 3, which is 3.5. -1 plus 1, which is a 0. 4 over 2 plus 3, that's a 5. -2 plus 1, it's -1. 9 over 2 plus 3, 4.5 plus 3, 7.5. And then this one will be -3 plus 1 equals -2. There we go. That's the answer to part B.
Okay.
It's pretty simple, right? It's not that difficult, to be honest. You just need to be able to, the hardest thing is being able to identify A, K, D, and C.
Yeah.
Once you have that, everything else is chill. Now let's move on to part C. It says graph the function on a piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna make some space here. Okay, like that. Erase everything else. We just need this table for g of x. That's all we need for the last part. So let's make a graph. So I'm gonna see, we go from 3 to 7.5, that's whatever. It's not much. So here we have y, here we have x, right? Or here we have x. What does it say? Make sure to have an appropriate labeled scale. So it's okay, we're just going up and down by 1. Nothing fancy, okay? Just a normal grid. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go till 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. And on the left, we don't even go there, but whatever. So what's our first point? It's 3 and 1, right?
Yeah.
So 3 on the x, 1 on the y, right there. That's going to be our first point. What's the next point?
3.5 and 0. Right,
so when x is 3.5, y is 0, right there. The next one is 5 and -1, which will be right there. Let me use a different color. So 3.50, this was 3.1, and 5 and -1 is right there.
Yeah.
What's the next one? 7.5 and -2. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to join the dots. And we're just going to extend it. There we go. That's the final answer.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So this one, square root functions, they don't have any asymptotes. So don't worry about the asymptote part in the question.
Okay. And asymptotes again, I kind of forgot what that was. Like
Asymptotes are like invisible barriers that the function won't cross.
Okay.
So for example,
It's
if
like
you
is it that like that line that just goes through?
it looks like this. So
Okay,
this will
yeah.
be, yeah, it's going to look like that dotted line. In this case, the asymptote is y equals 1.
Okay.
The only ones that have asymptotes are exponential functions, which we didn't see today, I guess. Out of the four, the
Yeah.
only one to have an asymptote would be the rational function, which is the next question there. The h of x
Okay.
thing, that's going to have an asymptote.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at 3b. So we have h of x equals 2 over -x minus 3 minus 4, okay? So we're going to rewrite this as 2 over, actually what we can do is, because we can always double check this. If we did it right, I'm pretty sure we did, but hey, if it's an assignment, double check it, right? Why not?
Yeah.
So negative 2x minus 6 plus 1. Is that what we have? 3, 1,
Yeah.
3.50, right? Yeah. 5 and -1, and then 7 and -2. Yeah, we're good, we're good. So it's always worth double checking, okay? Especially if
Okay.
it's an assignment, right? Like just put it on
Yeah.
Desmos. Doesn't. Okay, so now this one, again, this is not in the right form because k needs to be in a bracket. Here the k
Yeah.
value is -1, but the fact that it's not in a bracket means you need to open an artificial bracket like this.
Okay.
Okay, like that. So that means a is going to be the number in the numerator for rational functions. K is
Yeah.
-1, D is -3, and C is -4. And furthermore, there is a vertical asymptote. This is when x can't be 0. So that means when x is -3, there's going to be a vertical asymptote. And a horizontal asymptote is going to be the C value. Horizontal asymptote, y is -4.
Okay.
So part A, write the mapping rule. It's going to be x and y equals x over k. So -x minus d, comma, ay plus c, 2y minus 4. That's the mapping rule.
Okay. Got it.
For B, find at least 2 points. So we're going to make 2 different tables again. Y equals 1 over x, xy, and then h of x, which is -x minus 3, 2y minus 4. Now for 1 over x, if x is 1, what's the y value?
0 or 1?
Yeah. If x is -1, what's the y value?
-1.
If x is 2, what's the y value?
2.
1 over 2, right? Because it's 1 over x.
Okay. Yeah.
-2 would be 1 over -2, right?
Yeah.
And now we're going to plug that as x in there. So -1 minus 3 is -4. 2 times 1 minus 4 is -2. Then you just go like this. -1 is +1. 1 minus 3 is -2. So -1 minus 3 is -2. -2 minus 3 is -5. -2 becomes +2. Minus 3 is -1.
Okay.
2 times -1 minus 4 is -6. 2 times 1 over 2 minus 4 is -3. 2 times -1/2 is -1 minus 4, which is -5. And there we go. We have all the points, and now it's just a matter of sketching them.
Okay.
Okay, so let's make a straight line. How far do we? We don't even go that far up and down, do we? Like that, and then I can just say this is like this. Again, scale is just gonna be 1, 1, okay? Like just use 1, 1. That's easy. So this is 1, this is 2, 3. How far do we go? Not that far. 1, -1, -2, -3, -4. We go all the way to -6, -5, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -1, -2, -3, 4, 5, 6. Y, X. And now we're going to first establish our asymptotes. There's one at X equals -3. So there's one at this line. And there's another one at -4. So here. Those are going to be our 2 asymptotes. Cool?
Yeah.
And then what's our first point? We have -4 and -2. So -4, -2 right there. The next one is -2 and -6. So -2 and -6 down here. Third one is -5 and -3. So here, the next one is -1 and -5 there. See all the points? 4 points?
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna kind of join them and extend them. So this is gonna be one of them. And again, we can use more points. We already used 4, so it doesn't really matter. There you go. That's the final answer.
Okay. Yeah, I remember now. I remember the asymptote. Basically, it gets really close to the line, but it never touches it, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Okay, got that. All right, I'm good.
What's next?
I think that was B, right?
Yeah, I think we basically finished everything. No, this was C. So this is the second question, the h of x. For the h of x question, which is II, this is part C, the graph.
Okay.
This is part B, the mapping rule, the points, and the mapping rule itself was part A.
Okay.
We are done with this assignment.
Okay, yeah. She said it was gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. We can double check this question. Right, again, if it's an assignment, double check, doesn't hurt. 2 over -x minus 3 minus 4. And does it look like this?
Yeah.
We don't have those points, but as long as we have the right asymptotes. Yeah, there's an asymptote at -4, and there's an asymptote at -3. Yeah, we're good. It's gonna go forever in both directions. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, what do you want to do now?
Let me see. I'm good for this week, but next week I'm gonna be doing. I think I have a unit test next week. Actually, no, I have a quiz next. Actually, what? Hold on. Yeah, I have a quiz next week on. This is the. I'm pretty sure this is the simplifying factoring polynomials.
That's something that we did last time.
Yeah, and I did a quiz on that already. And it was basically how it was is there was four. There was four like simplifying questions, and then two of them were oh no, there was 6 simplifying questions, and 2 of them were just give the restrictions.
Okay. You want to do some of that?
I
That's
should be good for that,
okay.
but like later in the week, like next, like when's like the next time you're available, like next week?
So probably something like this. Saturday-ish, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because everything is due on Sundays.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we can meet up on Saturday.
Okay, that works.
Cool. I'm gonna send you this video as well.
Okay.
Just make sure you understand the AKDC things, because when we do advanced functions, everything in this
Yeah.
course is gonna come right back up.
Okay.
Everything that we do in this course is not the simplifying thing. That's not that difficult, but the transformation stuff, and eventually
Yeah.
you'll do sine, cosine, graphing. Everything is gonna come back.
Okay.